Today we are talking about one of my favorite topics, and that is how to use organic social media content to increase sales even if you have a small following or a brand new page. So this is one of my favorite topics because, of course, this is like the meat and potatoes of what we teach at Digital Business Evolution, but also because I was able to hit my first $1 million in revenue with under 10,000 followers on Instagram. I think I had about 4,000 followers at the time. And even when we scaled to multiple seven figures, I didn't have 10, 20, 30,000 followers. Even today, at this very moment, I have about 5,000 followers on Instagram. We are brand new to TikTok, YouTube, and all the other platforms, so I have tiny, tiny, tiny baby little audiences. One of the things that we teach is exactly what I've done over the years, and it's all the things we're going to talk about today. This is exactly what we teach in our signature program, Empower. In fact, all of our programs. And we've had clients with 200 followers have six-figure launches. We've had clients with 2,000 followers hit $1 million in revenue. Like, time and time again, it happens. So it is totally possible. The first thing is that when you're using organic social media content, you have the ability to build know, like, and trust. So simply by showing up and being who you are, being authentic, being vulnerable, side note, it just means that you are authentically you. You have your quirks, you dress the way that you dress, you eat the food that you eat, and you're not trying to replicate, duplicate, or mimic anyone else on the internet. So when you are authentically showing up as yourself, you are building know, like, and trust. You're also building that know, like, and trust with consistency. What can your followers expect from you or your audience members? This is why it's so important to never say, "I'm back," when you come back if you've taken time off. Whether that's in an email, social media, stories, psychologically, you are creating an unsafe environment for your audience members because you just told them that you actually left, but you never asked permission from them to leave. You're also letting them know that you're not consistent, you're not reliable. And so while you may have said something like that in the past, I would encourage you to stop saying that right now. That know, like, and trust is going to help you build authority, credibility, clout, and consistency. The other thing that we want to do when we're using organic social media content is we want to start to create brand awareness. So brand and branding is not just your logo, it's your essence, it's the things that make you you. When somebody can see something outside in the real world and they think of you, that's brand awareness. So a perfect example for me, I used to walk to work every day, and when I would walk from our apartment to the subway, I would always have a banana with me. Do this thing while I was talking on my Instagram stories, giving value, talking about business. And then I would interrupt myself while I was talking and I'd go bring, bring, and I'd reach down into my pocket and I'd pick up my banana and I would use it as a phone. And I would stop myself mid-sentence and I'd say, "Oh, excuse me, hold on. The universe is calling," and then I would say something that the universe wanted to tell my audience members, but I would do it through a banana phone. My point here is that people would see a banana and they would tag me. That's brand awareness. You get to create that when you're creating organic content. Why does brand awareness matter? It makes us feel like we're part of the journey with you. And remember, especially in the service-based industry like coaching, people buy from people. And so people love brand awareness because it makes us all feel really connected, makes you feel like you're part of this mission, and it makes you, the consumer, feel seen. Third, using organic content, you can actually lean into things like market research, feedback, direction, and if you get really good at listening, which is a really important skill to have as an entrepreneur, when you can learn to listen to your audience is going to tell you exactly what they want. Now, whether that's you turning that information into more free content or you going and creating an offer around that thing that they want or that they're asking for, they're telling you the direction, the speed, the challenges, the roadblocks. They're telling you what's working, what's not working. And by you getting in the weeds and getting in the DMs or whatever platform you're using, speaking, communicating and engaging with your audience on comments and in private messages, that's an opportunity for you to do free market research. Consider it R&D, right? Research and development. It's testing things out with your audience before you actually even put anything out. That it will eliminate the amount of miscommunications, so you can use your organic content to curate content that will then be paid that they actually want and need. It's an incredible place for you to do market research, and it's totally for free. So just by getting in the weeds and having conversations, really learning about people's struggles, challenges, pain points, what have they tried before? Where do they want to go? What are they desiring? What are their outcomes? What's the verbiage that they're using? You can absolutely increase your sales because you have a better understanding of how to message and package your messaging and position your offer to these people. Okay. Next up, organic social media content gives you the ability to have global reach. So we have clients on every single continent except Antarctica, but we have the ability by the push of a thumb, one little post, one reel, one TikTok, you can reach people across the world globally. And we recently passed 8 billion people on this planet. That is a lot of people that you have the access to get in front of, which means even with your free content, that's more impact that you're creating, a bigger ripple effect that you're creating, and essentially a bigger pool of candidates. People get really worried and stressed out about the term funnel. They think it's complicated. It's not complicated. Funnel just means you're going really wide macro and you're coming really narrow micro. When you're speaking on a stage, that is a funnel. When you're on a podcast, when you're on your social media platform, whether you have 20 followers, 2,000 followers, or 20,000 followers, or 2 million followers, that's the top of the funnel. That's the macro. That's really, really broad. And then it's your job to hone them in, right? Bring them in with the messaging, bring them in with your offers, moving them over to an email list. So global reach, it makes total sense. If you want to make more money, then you need to make more impact. And that doesn't necessarily mean you need more people, but it's how can you go deeper with the people that are already there. Another reason why I love organic content, and you can increase your sales, increase your revenue with organic content, because you can, it's a decision, have $0 going towards client acquisition. So client acquisition is how you get in front of a new client, a new prospect. When you're paying for ads on Facebook or YouTube, you're paying to get in front of those eyeballs. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. We don't teach that inside of Digital Business Evolution because I don't really believe that you need to do it. We scaled to multiple millions before we started to test ads, and I'm still not fully sold on ads. I get it, it's cool, it's great for like list building if you have a really good product, but I just don't think we can compete ever with the power of real relationships, with the power of organic content. Still till this day, after trying ads for just over a year, we find that the majority of our conversions, if not pretty much all of them, come from my organic content, not from ads. Because I'm building that know, like, and trust, credibility, authority, brand recognition, global reach, like I just said, through organic content, and that's the power of it. So it's not just increasing your revenue, but you can increase your profit margin by having organic content, because now the cost of your client acquisition is $0 if you choose to not spend money on ads. Next up, with organic content, you have the ability to do a couple things at the exact same time. You can add value, and value is in the eye of the consumer. All content has value. Some content is scroll stopper powerful, changing the way somebody thinks. It's a perspective shift. It's myth busting. It's fact giving. It's storytelling. It's creating relatability. It's testimonials, case studies, social proof. Sometimes it's how-tos, tactical, 5 ways, 7 steps, educational. Sometimes it's just purely entertainment. I mean, who doesn't love a good cat meme, right? We all do. So all content has value. When you're on a platform creating free content, whether it's YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, wherever you are, you have the ability to offer value to your audience for free while also offering them opportunities and invitations to work with you. So you can simultaneously be giving value and inviting them into things. There could be an equal energy exchange of give and get. Now, when I say get, I don't really mean get. We don't teach our clients to get anybody. It's you're giving them an opportunity just as you're giving them free content. But in just one singular post, in one video, in one call to action, you can do both. You can be giving the value and offering them an opportunity to work with you deeper on any level. Organic content has this really cool feature on most of the platforms that allows you, actually all of them, to cross-pollinate your audience. So people say, to get really wealthy, you have to use OPM, other people's money, right? That's the idea of investors and capital. And so using other people's money to create more money. And that's a way to get to the top and get wealthy. Well, in the world of digital marketing, we want to use OPA, other people's audiences. When you do a live with another person, you're cross-pollinating your audiences. You're getting onto their platform, they're getting onto your platform, and if you have ideal clients in each other's audiences, that's an incredible way to get in front of new eyeballs. So even if you have a small following and you do something with someone else who has the same number of followers that you do, you've literally just doubled your opportunity. You've doubled the amount of eyeballs to get in front of. Instagram, for example, you can do collaborations together. So you can do a reel and then tag someone else or put up a post and tag the other person as a collaborator as well. And they can accept that. And so it goes onto both of your main feeds. So whether you're not in a video together or not, it doesn't matter. You can still create content together. On TikTok, you can do cool things like stitching or duets. So you can be standing next to someone and either giving a reaction to what they're saying, or you clip the first second or two of what they say or show, and then you jump in and you give your opinion. And it could be a rebuttal. It could be why I disagree. It could be why you agree. It could be you expanding on a topic, going deeper instead of wider. So there's really cool opportunities where it's not just sharing other people's content, but it's intentionally cross-promoting and cross-collaborating so that you can cross-pollinate your audiences. So just to run through it again, how do you make more money using organic content? But you also have the ability through organic content to create community. Audience and community are two different things. Audience is someone or people that look up to you, aspire to work with you, and it kind of is all about you. But it's like from the audience member to you, that is building an audience. Building a community is connecting your people to each other. They motivate each other. They find in each other what they're missing in themselves. They connect to each other rather than connecting to you, which feels really distant. When you build a community, if you build it, they will come. When you build a community, it actually makes selling things easier. So quick little summary. So number one, it's building know, like, and trust using credibility, authority, making sure that you're building clout, testimonials, case studies, and consistency. That will also help you with number two, which is brand awareness and recognition, consistently saying the same type of thing, showing up the same way, sharing parts of your life that make people feel super connected to you. Number three is use your content to create more content. So use your content to create organic conversations in the DMs or wherever that might be. Use it for market research, use it for feedback, and listen to what your audience is saying. Number four, don't skimp on global reach. You have the ability to reach more people globally just by simply doing organic content. Number five, remember that this isn't necessarily increasing your sale, but it's increasing your profit margin, which ultimately is more important anyway. And that is zero cost for client acquisition. So organic content, you don't have to pay for acquiring new prospects. Adding value while simultaneously giving offers and invitations. The next one is cross collaboration and promotion to get in front of other people's audiences. And finally, really using your organic content to both build community as well as audience, because both are really important. So, like I said before, if you love this episode, it would mean the world to me if, yes, you shared it out, but also leave a 5-star review, rate this, review it, and when you do, it will get into the eyes of more people or the ears of more people, and then we can help more people, and that is ultimately our goal. So, as always, thank you so much for being here. I love you, and cheers to your evolution.